So nope, that's not it. But
anyway. Yeah, I was blown away by that. So Connie Chung.
Yes, married to Maury Povich since
Wow.
1984.
How rich is he?
Very.
He's got to be rich.
Apparently, he's one of those guys that you just see everywhere.
Really?
Like in New York. I think he's just like out and about.
Out and about. He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, I feel like he would be, yeah.
He seems really nice.
He's kind of hot.
He has a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I would love to have his job.
I mean, he makes $14 million a year.
Holy shit.
But the thing about that, and I think about this a lot in show business, like Maury Povich and Jerry Springer, it's like such a dichotomous, like microcosm of these socioeconomic stations. Like Maury Povich, who is this millionaire Hollywood elite, married to Connie Chung, like,
and then
he's talking to these people who, you know, never even had the opportunity to graduate high school.
Do these people get paid to be on the show?
Not a lot, not enough.
Okay.
Yes, the answer is yes,
but not very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know this because I knew someone on.
No way.
A carny on Jerry Springer,
and they got paid like
a couple $100 or something.
Wow, really?
Yeah, but you know, when you're making $14 million or $60 million a year, or whatever I said.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just weird. I thought about it at like the carnival a lot too, just like seeing all of the people who own the carnival,
and then the
carnies.
It's just
like being in this little
it's our world.
Yeah, of like
it's our world.
It's so bizarre.
It's very strange.
Downtown Portland is like that too, I feel like.
Yeah, there's
like the Pearl District.
Rich, and then just
there's like the rich, and then it's a dying middle class.
It is. It really is,
what
guys.
it is. You're either Maury Povich or you are the father.
Or you are
know?
the...
There's no... There's no in between anymore. You guys need to go to school. You guys need to get a education connection.
Do you remember the Jerry Springer episode where it was a very famous one because it was like, you know, they found out that they were actually a man or something. And
absolutely, I know what you're talking about.
Do you know what I'm talking about? And they come out and they're like, so I just want to let you know, like, I was actually born a man. And he's just like,
I'll try anything.
I'll try anything once, yeah.
And everyone's like,
yeah! He was so excited. He was like, he didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was really nice.
It was really sweet.
See, there's, and here's another thing I got about our most offensive episode last week. We were talking about trans people, you know, being upfront about their identity.
Yeah.
And we were hearing, you know, trans people get killed for that. I hear you. I understand. Obviously, that's a problem and a blight on our community. I don't think, personally, trans people are being killed on Grindr meetups.
Well, because you can just say, like, you can put in your
or like Tinder or whatever,
like I'm a trans woman or whatever, and then
I think
if
it
someone's
even, like,
not
prompts
interested,
you.
then they'll just ignore you. Right?
Yeah. But like that is a nice example, that Jerry Springer, of, you know, that turning out really nice.
I'll try.
And obviously, that is not what happens every time.
No, of course.
But it's like
wouldn't that be nice if it did?
But I think that person should have been on the internet saying,
"Hey, is this okay?" To play devil's advocate here for us.
That's not devil's advocate.
Okay.
That's just talking.
No, but like to us. Okay.
Okay.
If I were infertile,
barren.
If I were barren, what should I disclose that right away? Like, if I were dating somebody, should I have to say, like, hey, by the way, I can't have children?
I think that's such a specific case-to-case thing, because
like,
I
probably would. I probably would.
Well, I don't think you would, because I don't think that you personally, specifically, would be dating the kind of people who would want to have kids.
Yeah, that's probably
anytime
true.
soon. Or if they did, I don't think that they would care about them being biologically
Sure.
yours.
Sure.
I mean, I would hope not. That I've always hated that.
I think people really care about having
People
it being
really fucking care,
biologically
and it's
theirs.
really fucking stupid.
Yeah, they like
It's really stupid.
Really want their
I get
own.
heated, especially when the rich gays.
And they're like, we want a surrogate.
We're gonna spend $100,000 on
Just
that. We want it to
adopt.
look like one of us.
Just adopt.
There's already a kid out there that
'Cause-
kind of looks like you that needs a house.
And you know what? Like, even aside, like, not to go too deep here, too dark, too quick here, but just like with the state of our world and everything, it's like bringing a new child into this world.
How dare you?
How selfish, right? It seems pretty selfish.
It really does.
As much as I'm not gonna lie, like a part of me would want that. Like a part of
Sure.
me would want to be pregnant and have my own baby with the person I love, and it's like my you know what I mean? It's just everything, me and my family. I get that, but just when you think like there's already children who are here and they don't have anybody taking care of them. Like, if I want a family, I should probably take them and not just like create new ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, and even just from a financial standpoint,
Isn't it expensive though to
it's hundreds of thousands of dollars to adopt or surrogate or whatever.
It's like really expensive.
Why don't you go ahead, or not to? It's it's more
for
expensive
surrogate.
to do that. Why don't you go ahead and like give your kid a college education or
Something.
healthcare?
But isn't adoption kind of expensive too?
It is. The whole fucking thing is
And that's
ridiculous.
not fair either.
Like, kids have like a head fee.
Jesus.
You know, like I'm sorry, you want me to pay you money that I could be spending on rearing this
On the child. See, and I don't like that.
to give this
Because
child
then
a
that's
home?
also giving people the incentive to not adopt.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
it's like, I don't want to spend $10,000,
Hey, you know what's
$20,000.
you know what's free? Sex.
You know what's free? Sex and getting pregnant. I mean, it's not once you're actually in the hospital and everything, but
Fuck our country.
fucked up.
Oh my
right?
God.
How fucked up is that?
Listen, Slattery 2032.
Slattery 20. Okay, so we're on yours now. Did we give the
My food. Yeah, I give
We
it like
did,
a
we did,
3
we
or
did.
something.
Okay, what's yours? What was that?
something happen?
Something break?
I don't know. Oh, here's my other sweet. And the cashier said that this looked really good. And I said,
I love when I pick out food specifically for this and people are like,
That looks
that's
good."
gonna be a treat.
it wasn't even a, like, that looks good. She was like, those are so good, huh?
Oh,
And I was like,
yeah. Love it.
oh, I didn't say what it is. This is such a good podcast for
Love
like
it.
all of the visual components that we have.
S'mores pie,
It's JJ's Bakery.
which we had one of these
We've
a couple
done
weeks ago, right?
We did Boston cream. No, we did
I'm gonna just,
coconut cream. I made you do,
yeah, that's the one.
and then you gave me cherry.
Oh my God, the chocolate is gray. The chocolate in there is gray.
No.
It's gray inside. Oh my God, that's... Oh my God, okay. Yikes.
Ew.
Yikes. Here we go. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Can you get this weed pen out of my picture?
Oh my God. Ugh. Spenny. This is a hard pass for me.
Hard pass.
It's a hard pass.
I haven't tried it yet.
Take a bite. I can't. Spenny, spit it out all over the carpet.
Fuck that.
Yeah, so-
Fuck that. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I like spit that at you. I'm so sorry.
So funny.
The cream was like curdled.
It's
like it
horrible. It's horrible.
9.
Mm.
8.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I'm gonna give it. Can we do 8.5? That was gross.
That was bad.
That was gross.
Yeah, I'll give it 8.5. I'm happy.
Oh
with
my
that.
god. So I'm sorry I can't really tell you much about it. I didn't really get any of the flavor because I had to get it
horrible.
out of my mouth as soon as possible.
It was bad.
All I tasted... So it's so... The bread is like al dente. You know? It's like
Yes.
wet,
Yes.
but it like has a tooth to it,
Ugh.
which is like not how any bread should be described.
Gross.
Ever.
Gross.
And then
Gross.
all I tasted was the chunky. It was like cottage cheese, the way that the creme was clumped.
Chocolate was gray. And
The
like
chocolate was not a chocolate
pasty.
color.
It was not. Didn't work.
Oh boy,
that
boy.
was rough.
That was rough.
Rub.
Puppy dog.
Pup play.
Pup-
That was some rough pup
pup
play.
play.
Pup play, please.
Front desk staff.
So I don't know if we're supposed to, if we should just take this out with our hands, if we should take it with a fork.
Can I maybe take a bathroom break before we do this?
Yeah, let's take a pause.
And then maybe you can
Fill my meter.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's pause. It's okay to go.
I know I want to get him
Get your
excited.
food.
Get
And
your
then he was
food,
like,
baby.
okay.
Yeah, thanks for taking care of my dog the other day.
So sweet.
Or whenever it was.
Little sweetie. Okay, are you ready for my food?
I actually was hoping you'd just sidebar into your dream about Larry.
Oh, I had a dream that I was taking care of Spenny's pup last night, and it was a nightmare. And
Well, because you actually did take care of.
because
your
I
pup.
just for a little bit, but I had a dream that you were like for at least a day you were like, will you take care of my pup? And I was like, sure. And so in my dream, I decided to, for some reason, take him to the mall and drop him off at like a doggy thing, which makes no sense and is like never something I would do. But I like dropped him off
I
and
love
then
that. Like, let him play.
let him play, just let him have fun. And then I like left and went back, and we were in Paris. The setting was Paris.
Okay.
And then I came back to your place, and you're like, "Oh, thank you for taking care of Larry." And then I was like, "Larry, yowza!"
I knew I forgot.
I forgot something. And then you're like, "Where is he?" And I was like, "Oh, I just forgot to go grab him. So let me go get that really quick." And you were like looking everywhere, like, "Where? Are you joking? Is Larry here?" And I was like, "No, he's really not." And so then I was like super stressed out. And then of course, like the rest of the dream was just trying to get back to Larry, and I couldn't get back to him because the trains. It was a mess.
Because the trains.
Yeah.
We're in Paris.
You know how nightmares are.
Yeah, everything's not working out for
It's
you.
just like you try to run. Like I had a nightmare the other day that I was trying to run from this guy, like some weirdo guy on the street, and I was like, "Uh-oh, I gotta get away from this." But like my body literally would just not run. Like it was just like he's like, I thought I wanted it, but I'm over it. But like like
Had to let the dog out.
I was trying to run, but it was just like my body was like going sideways and slowly, and it was like and I was just like, "Oh my god, just fucking run away!" And I just like couldn't run away. It was horrible.
Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
Never.
Fucking terrifying.
No, I've never had that. I've only had something where I like was aware that I was in a dream,
Yeah.
and I was like screaming to get out of the dream.
Ugh.
And I was like screaming at myself, like, "Wake up, get out of the dream." But that's the closest I've ever come to being like lucid enough and like a nightmare.
I wish I would have the patience to train myself to lucid dream.
That's when I did it, was when I was in that class about dreaming and consciousness. And that's all, like, we talked about that all the time, like how to prep your brain for like lucid dreaming and just how to prep your brain for dreaming in general. And so I had crazy dreams.
That's wild.
Crazy. I mean, also it helped that I was like doing psychedelics on, in
I
college
have
and stuff.
crazy dreams. I take a Fexor, and if I like miss a dose or I accidentally double up or whatever, I have like batshit dreams. But I have like so many.
Yeah.
I'm like, it gives me really weird sleep where I'm
Weird.
like just constantly like dreaming.
Do you write them down? You should.
No, they're not very
Dream, 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 dream. You know that song?
was seeing how far you
You know
commit
that
to that. No, I know it.
I was not committed to it.
No, not at all.
I really just wanted to like whisper it, but then you kept looking at me like I had to keep going.
Oh yeah,
so
I wanted
like,
to see.
a dream.
You started something.